It's the Drive Home Show. 1984 Strut by Sheena Easton is our song of the day. It is the Drive Home Show. It is April 4th. Got an April Fool's joke for you. It snowed. Oh, I didn't hear the official total about it. It's about a foot. It was about a foot. I took Tori out to go pee. He didn't want to go outside. He didn't want to. The snow was too deep. He didn't want to go through the snow. He just kind of stood in one spot there. It's warm in the car. It's cold outside. We got 33 on the thermometer. The sun is bright and shiny, warmed up the interior of the car. Not warm for April 4th. April 4th, you're thinking baseball starting. We got a brand new snowbank of death, everyone. Yeah. Brand new snowbank of death. Try to look over as you're leaving the parking lot and you can't see down the street because the snowbank is so high. Yeah, on April 4th. Can you believe it? Oh, I'm sorry, I got the music still even going now. It's 409. Formula 409. She's going to ride my 409. Coming into Tamarack Hills. Now we're coming up to Tamarack Road. Did you know there's a Tamarack Hills and a Tamarack Road? What do we got going on today, folks? Well, today the big news is the snow. Did I finish the story about Tori? He didn't even want to pee outside. I had to just walk him to a more shallow area where the snow isn't so deep. Over by the pine trees in the parking lot. There he promptly peed. But yeah, it was deep. I stepped in it. It kind of went up to, over my ankles. And it's not going to be warm for the next several days. Today is 33, it said, and now it says 32. And it's probably not even that warm. It's not supposed to even get above freezing. The streets are cleared because thanks to the nice April sun. It's an intense spring sun, but it's not enough to warm up the air. It does warm up the streets and melt the streets. So just got to deal with a little few more days here, and I think we'll maybe hit the 50s next week. The Twins home openers tomorrow against the Seattle Mariners. You have to admit, I'm not all that excited about it because of the cold. High for tomorrow is 39, but game time, I said my trusty handy dandy weather app says it's going to be 31 at game time tomorrow. Then Friday, the high, get this, folks, get this. The high Friday is 25. That's the high. That's the most it's going to get on Friday. The low is 9. This morning it was 10 degrees. Wow. The truck in front of me just dropped some ice bombs. Kind of shattered into a million pieces and spread all over the freeway. It was kind of a cool effect. Yeah, so Twins play Pittsburgh Pirates tonight at 5 o'clock, actually. So that's just over 45 minutes from now. We are going to the store. Trying to think of events. Yesterday, we made, I'm trying to eat healthy. Trying to eat healthier. Mainly, my focus is, and it's good to have a focus, what you're trying to accomplish. I know, like, Paulita is vegan, wants to not eat so much meat, wants to eat healthy, wants to do the cauliflower instead of chicken, wants to do the cheese sauce that's vegan, it's not dairy. I'm not all that in depth into that. I just want to eat real foods. And by real foods, I mean not processed, not preservatives, like fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fresh meats, fresh chickens. Chicken is a meat, but usually when you say meats, the first thing you think of is beef. So anyway, yesterday, it's tough. It's a struggle trying to come up with dinner ideas, food dishes, and such, and the thing and the like. When you're used to buying a box of fish sticks and heating them up, buying a macaroni and cheese, or buying a pre-made lasagna, things like that. It's difficult to come up with all new ideas and things like that. I'm turning down the heat now because it's actually really warm in the car. But it's just not warm outside. Yeah, we're down to 31 is on our thermometer. So yeah, it's not even above freezing. Some of the first ideas we came up with, Paulita mainly, but I'm still racking my brain trying to think of real food meal ideas. I came up with what was the very first one that I did? Oh, the very first one was the tacos. It was the ground beef. It wasn't beef. It was turkey, ground turkey, which is healthier than beef, less fatty and stuff. And then the tomatoes, the onions, the cheese, lettuce, and then we had some sour cream, which is dairy. But, so that was the first thing. That's the only thing I could think of when I was at the store thinking of dinner ideas. That's the day I had watched the Dr. Caroline Leaf video about eating, and she says, you can eat anything, just make sure it's real food. So that was the only thing I could think of as far as real food that I know how to make. So then we came up with a beef stew. She pulled out a recipe for like a mushroom and what was the other thing? Mushroom and something stew. And then we just added beef to it. And that had like all natural seasonings, tomatoes, and I can't remember, but there were spices. It was like it was not a stew mix. We had carrot. Did we have carrots in there? Yeah, we had carrots, potatoes, and beef, and onion. Was there onions in there? Then we had, hey, we're in Pine Springs, everybody. Hey, Pine Springs. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Population 408. I can see them all. I can see all the 408 people. Well, their homes and stuff. We're coming around that Pine Springs Matamidi curve like we usually do every day. Let's see the temperature now. 30. Now we're down to 30. Okay, so yeah, it's dropping. Yeah, it's dropping. Matamidi, everybody. We're heading into Matamidi. Hey, Matamidi, folks. We're in Matamidi now. We're out of Pine Springs. Pine Springs is no longer. We're in Matamidi. Okay, back to the dinner things. Then we tried vegan chicken and waffles with mashed sweet potatoes and greens. And those greens were like the best greens I ever had. And you know that whole thing. That's probably has been talked about on a previous drive home show where the chicken is cauliflower and originally first time she made that, Paulita did. She made like the waffles with some whole grain, gluten-free. I don't remember. It was healthier. It wasn't your basic flour and sugar and whatever goes into waffles. I actually made them. It's flour. It's there's sugar. There's eggs and flour and sugar and maybe baking powder. I don't know. I can't really remember. But that was another one. Now, so then last night, I said all that. I said all that just to come up with, to get you caught up to speed, to talk about yesterday's dinner. Went to the store while it was snowing, and the streets were actually quite clear. It was snowing all day, but the streets were actually just wet. There's no snow. There's no icy spots on the streets. They didn't need to be plowed. It was just just clear, just wet. The side streets were a little bit slushy, but not bad. I mean, you drove over them. You just made up a new pathway there through the slush. Hey, there's a pretty pinkish magenta colored car behind me. I think it's a Hyundai. I'm trying to look, or is that a Subaru? I can't tell. I'm trying to read the logo in the rear view mirror. It's a pretty color. Fuchsia. Would you call it fuchsia? I don't know. It's a pinkish, reddish, magenta-ish, fuchsia-ish. Pretty color. It's got an oval on the grill for your car logo thing. And it could be that sideways H that's Hyundai. It could be like the stars that's Subaru. I don't know if, I don't know what the front end of a Subaru looks like, but it looks like it could be those stars that Subaru has. Trying to make it out, but I can't. So you're just gonna have to use your imagination and try to figure out what kind of car that could be. It's a pretty color. I like the color. You don't see that color on many cars this day and age. Probably it's around in the 70s or something. I'm thinking of that. There's an AMC Javelin that we saw at the car show. It's kind of like that color, if you can recall. Anyway, I digress. I'm going back to yesterday's dinner. So I got to the store, and all the cars in the parking lot of the store were they didn't have any snow on them. Yeah, it was snowing, but it was like not staying. It was not staying on the ground. So I'm like, oh, driving's not going to be a problem tomorrow because all the roads are clear. It's not going to be a problem. Okay, remember that. So I go in the store and I get, I'm just going to get some steak. I got, I don't know the cut. There was no bones. It was not a T-bone. I didn't read like the cut. It was just two hunks of meat, and it was in the affordable range. I think it was somewhere around $6 for both of them. And then I was thinking baked potatoes, so I actually got a whole sack, a 5-pound sack of potatoes. And then I saw like these separate packaging of 4 ginormous potatoes for making baked potatoes. And I like those were cheaper, and I'm like, yeah, that's better because I don't really want like this whole 5-pound sack. I just want a couple. So we went with that, and then so we had steak, potatoes, and salad. That was our meal yesterday. So I'm trying to think about today. We got 2 ginormous potatoes left. I'm thinking of having baked potatoes with broccoli and cheese, and then I don't know what else. That's the whole thing. I don't know what else. I don't know if one potato, albeit it's a giant potato, I don't know if that's enough food for satisfying me for dinner. I was thinking of that, just have that. So I'm heading to the store. Not sure what else to get. I know I need to get several things I need to get, and I'm racking my brain trying to remember. I know I need soap, like bathing soap bars for the shower. Okay, I need those. I need I got the almond milk. Excuse me. I need like bananas. I was gonna get like some cheddar cheese, some mild cheddar cheese for the baked potato. I'm not sure if that was everything. So I have to think clearly when I get to the store. We're coming up to the sign. We're coming up to the sign which tells us the drive time to 35W. It's in sight. I can't read it right now. There is not a truck in my way as normally there usually is. Okay, we're gonna have 4 minutes. 4 minutes is not bad. Not too bad. Could be better, but it's not that bad. 4 minutes. And so that would put us at 428. It's 424 right now. It says 32 degrees, so we raised up 2 degrees. And we got right to the freezing point. This is not above freezing. So what happens if you get water? If you get water at 32 degrees, it will freeze, am I right? But if you get ice at 32 degrees, it won't melt. So 32 is the freezing point. 32 is the freezing point. We're flying pretty good here. I'm thinking and trying to talk. I'm still being followed by the fuchsia magenta colored car, and I still can't tell what it is. It looks more and more like Subaru every time I see that logo. It's kind of a ways back there. Okay, I see some brake lights coming on, so we might have to slow down here. It's 426 now. We're slowing down. We're at the 20, we're at the 25, we're at the 30, we're at the 15. Okay, maybe I can tell what kind of car this is now as they get closer to me and then slow down here. But I have to watch in front of me. Yeah, I haven't even done any funny voices or nothing today. I'm just boring. Sorry guys for being so boring. It was a busy day at work today, although I could not tell you anything about work. Because we don't talk about work on the drive home, so we can say stuff that happened at work, but we don't talk about work. We are half a mile away. It's 4:20. It just turned to 4:27, so I think we can get a half a mile in 1 minute. I think we can do it. Actually, the Fuschia magenta car behind me is not keeping up. It's actually falling back even farther and farther back. So we're not going to get to find out what kind of car it is today or any day, because we're not going to see this car again. We are coming up to the place for 35W. We're into the 35W bridge area. It's like the egg area in your refrigerator, the area where you put your eggs. Put them in the egg area. So you come home and you're like, hey, where are the eggs? They're in the egg area. And it's written in cursive, so that's a nice feature. Okay, I'm over to the 35W bridge, but I can't move. I like to be in the right lane here, and I'm kind of pinched in, and I don't like that. So, okay, now I'm gonna move over. I don't like being pinched in. I don't like being pinched in. I don't like it at all. Don't even like it at all. Okay, you, Mr. Honda Civic, you just flying. Oh, it is a Subaru, guys. It is a Subaru. Okay, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. Brake light alert. Brake light alert. It is a Subaru, though. I can confirm that it's a Subaru. I don't know the brand. I don't know any Subaru, really. I think Subaru Legacy is one. But this is not like a... Legacy is like a 4x4, almost like an SUV type. This is like a baby car. This is a baby car, but it's definitely a Subaru. Pink magenta Subaru car. And okay, it's passing me now. It's pretty. It's called an Impreza. Subaru Impreza. Pretty color. So we're slowed down now. I think I shall get off on Silver Lake Road. Maybe go to the New Brighton Cub. Yep, there's the Subaru Impreza now. It's pretty color. It's kind of pinkish, kind of magenta-ish, kind of fuchsia. Reminds me of like a Matchbox car that I had when I was a kid. Not the shape of it, but the color. Or maybe an MSP. I hate MSPs. Alright, so here's the decision time. Should I go to Silver Lake Road or should I stay? Should I stay or should I go now? Well, it seems to be moving faster now, so I'm going to stay. Alright, I've committed on staying. I'm way past the Subaru Impreza. I'm way past it. It's way back there. But at least I got to see what kind it was. It was a pretty one. There's a red Ford truck behind me. Looks like a sports truck. A sporty truck. What do we got on the radio? Oh, spilled wine. I dreamed I was in a Hollywood movie. This really blew my mind. Me in a Hollywood movie. It's 4:31. Should be Twins pregame show should be starting about now. We're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. For those of you who don't know, we just played the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday. We were off yesterday. It's the beginning of the season, so you know you get off days in the middle of the schedule, like just in case there's snow outs or rain outs or whatever other outs may happen. And I talked about this on Monday's drive home show because I already knew the outcome of the game on Monday. There was no drive home show yesterday because I worked from home because of the snow. But just to review real quick, first, the Twins starting pitching staff had not allowed a run for the first 3 games of the season, with Jake Odorizzi going 6 innings of no runs, 2 hit ball. Then the bullpen blew it with Zach Duke giving up 2 runs to the Orioles, but the Twins tied it, and you heard that. If you listened to that day on the drive home show, you heard that live. You heard the Twins tie the game. Well, they ended up losing. Then in the 11th inning or 10th inning, or one of the extra innings, because Fernando Rodney giving up a home run ball on the first pitch of the inning. Then the second game, Kyle Gibson pitched no-hit ball through 6 innings. They took him out after 102 pitches. Then Ryan Presley came in and pitched 2 shutout innings. And I think did he give up a hit? I don't remember. I think I even said that whatever day it was. But then Moya came in for the 9th and gave up 2 runs. But we won the game 6-2. Game 3, Jose Barrios pitched a 9-inning complete game, 3-hit shutout. So the starters only allowed 5 hits and 0 runs in 21 innings of pitching. Well, then comes Lance Lynn, who comes highly recommended. And what does he do? Walks the first batter. Second batter doubles off the wall and runner on first scores. So 2 batters, no outs, he gives up a run. Then he walks another couple of guys. He gets 2 outs. 2 outs, bases loaded. He goes like 3 balls and 1 strike on the guy or something. So then he makes a pitch, strike 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. 2 outs, bases loaded. Then he gives up a gopher ball. Grand slam home run. But the Twins didn't allow any more runs the rest of the game, and we lost 5-4. We had a few more than 17 chances to tie that game, and we did not come through. So you get what you get out of what you put into it. That's what I always say. Whatever you get out, what you put into it, and you shake it all about, and that's what it's all about. So now today we're back to Jake Odorizzi again, and we're facing Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher something first name Nova. Nova means it don't go. So he's got a 0-0 record with a 3.6 ERA. That means he's given up some runs. And our guy Jake Odorizzi has a 0.00 ERA. That means he's not giving up any runs. So let's hope the Twins come back. What are you doing? Is this that? Oh, what a jerk. What an idiot. Oh, I just want to smack that jerk. That same, remember I said some Honda Civic idiot that went flying by? Well, he got in this lane. This lane exits the freeway, okay? He got in this lane. He got so far as to go around a car on the shoulder, and then he stayed on the freeway, went back, and that lane ends. And so he was like basically driving on the shoulder, and he got back on the freeway. Morons. Morons like that. Okay, we're almost in store, fellows. So tonight it's going to be, actually just in 24 minutes, it's going to be Odorizzi against Nova. The Twins. They sent me the Twins lineup. I'm not impressed. Okay, let me tell you from memory. Brian Dozier at second base leads it off, followed by Eddie Rosario in left field, batting second. Batting third is going to be Miguel Sano at third base. Miguel Sano, the third baseman. Batting fourth is going to be Logan Morrison, the first baseman here today with Joe Mauer on the bench. Logan Morrison batting cleanup. Batting fifth is going to be your, I don't know, basic Kepler. I don't know the exact order, but it's going to be Kepler in right field. It's going to be Escobar at shortstop. It's going to be Buxton in center field, and it's going to be Castro catching and Odorizzi pitching, and he's going to bat ninth. So who's in that? You know, who's in that lineup that's going to scare you? You know what I'm saying? Morrison is 0 for 97 on the year. He hasn't gotten a hit. Sano does have a couple homers, but he struck out like at least 17 times more than he's homered. Dozier, yeah. Kepler, Escobar, Castro, you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Rosario, you know, you see what I'm saying? So I just hope they can scrape together some, you know, each of those guys could get a few hits. I just hope they string some hits together and get some runs. They've hit 7 or 8 home runs. Wait, yeah, 7 or 8 home runs on the year. Let me see if I can remember. Okay, Sano has 2, Dozier has 3. That's 5. Escobar has 1, Kepler has 1. That's 7. Excuse me. I don't think Rosario has any. I know Mauer doesn't have any. Oh, Castro has 1. That would be 8. Adrianza does not have any. Lamar doesn't have any. Garver doesn't have any. Buxton doesn't have any. So, yeah, that's it. We've been mostly scoring runs from home runs, solo home runs at that. But we need to string some hits together. We did do that with 4-run inning at Pittsburgh, but the first one was a Dozier home run, and then we strung together hits to get 3 more. But we couldn't come through with a hit when we needed it to tie the game or go ahead. All right, thanks for listening to the Drive Home Show. Keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, and make sure you drive home safe. All right, bye.